10 interesting discoveries from King Tutankhamun's tomb. Designated KV62 is a tomb located in the Sand Valley of a king in Egypt. It was discovered in 1992 by British archaeologists Howard Carter and his colleagues discovered the king's tomb. Tutankhamun, Tut for short, 100 years ago and is considered one of the most important archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. The tomb was built for Tutankhamun, an ancient Egyptian king who reigned from about 1332 to in 1323 BC. During the excavation of the tomb, many treasures, artifacts and the mummy of King Tutankhamun were discovered. Some of those artifacts, like his death mask, are widely known. But other items, such as a mannequin that may have been what the king chose to wear, are less famous but provide insight into King Tut's life. Here are 10 fascinating artifacts from Tutankhamun's tomb and what they reveal about the iconic ancient Egyptian pharaoh 100 years after the discovery of his remains. If you find it interesting, remember to like and subscribe to the channel to support 5 Minutes Discovery. And now we go back to the past to find out. Let's go. The first is the new death mask, the golden mask of King Tutankhamun on display at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, perhaps the most famous artifact found in his tomb. The 53-centimeter-long ornate mask is made mainly from jeweled gold and colored glass and weighs up to 10 kilograms, said Galal Ali Hassan, an honorary professor at Cairo University's Department of Mechanical Design. Egypt wrote in a 2016 article published in the International Journal of Advances in Engineering and Technology. The eyes were created from obsidian and quartz, Hassan wrote, noting that the mask depicts King Tutankhamun with a long beard and a headdress depicting a cobra and a vulture. On the back of the death mask is a spell from the Book of the Dead, written in hieroglyphs, suggesting that the mask most likely resembles the face of the deceased, said Marianne Eaton Krauss, a senior fellow at the Center for American Studies in Egypt, wrote in the book Tutankhamun, The Unknown, Bloomsbury, 2016. Buried has the same mantra on it. 2. Iron dagger. King Tut's 2 daggers, one made of gold, the other made of iron, were found in his tomb. King Tutankhamun was buried with 2 daggers, one made of iron and one made of gold. Both daggers were found wrapped in various layers of pharaoh mummy bandages. According to the book, Iron from Tutankhamun's Tomb, American University in Cairo Press, 2022. Researchers note in the book that the dagger with an iron blade was placed in Tutankhamun's right thigh. The iron used in the dagger was out of this world, crafted from a meteorite, and the dagger was made of rock crystal and a gold handle with intricate patterns carved on it. There, researchers write that a dagger with a gold blade, also with a gold handle with intricate carvings, was found above Tutankhamun's belly. Both daggers show signs of wear. Katja Broschat, a conservator at the Römisch-Germanisches Zentralmuseum and co-author of Iron from Tutankhamun's Tomb, wrote that it is uncertain whether the dagger has ever been used in a hunt or some other activity. Third artifact. Gaming table. The gaming table found in Tutankhamun's tomb, from the 14th century BC was made of ebony veneer and ivory inlay. Tutankhamun's tomb found a game board that showed there were at least 4 games on that board, according to the book Ancient Egyptians at Play, Board Games Across Borders, Bloomsbury, 2016. Some of the game pieces found in the tomb were made of ivory and the boards appear to have been designed for a game of 20 pieces. Both rules of the game are unclear. The Grand Egyptian Museum notes that the board is played with a board of 30 squares, and the object is to safely navigate all the pieces while preventing the opponent from doing the same. The fourth artifact is the fashion mannequin. A bust of Tutankhamun, possibly an effigy for the king's clothing or jewelry, that archaeologists found in Tut's tomb. One of the lesser-known treasures from Tutankhamun's tomb is an effigy used to help select, adjust, and store the king's wardrobe and jewelry. Of course, Tut was a very stylish dresser with a huge wardrobe, both for life and the afterlife, said Laura Ranieri Roy, founder and director of Ancient Egypt Alive, our educational organization, said. There were hundreds of garments, 12 sumptuous robes, dozens of pairs of slippers, underwear, socks, even King Tut's children's clothes, notes Ranieri Roy. This effigy can be hung, displaying ornate robes and jewelry, and can even be used by servants to make and prepare costumes and adjust the king's vestments. Artifact 5. Golden slippers. King Tut's golden sandals appear to have been worn when he died, not during his lifetime. Tutankhamun's mummy was found wearing golden sandals. André Veldmeyer, director of the Ancient Egyptian Footwear Project, said King Tutankhamun may not have worn these sandals when he was alive. Sandals such as these may have been specially made for burial upon his death. The gold sandals would have been cut from a sheet of gold and embossed, probably on a soft surface protected by a layer of leather, and hammered into shape and decoration, Veldmeyer said. Quote, Artifact 6. King Tut's coffin. One of King Tutankhamun's solid gold coffins on display at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, photographed on October 22, 2007. This is the third and innermost coffin containing the royal mummy. Tutankhamun was placed in 3 nested coffins. This combined coffin weighed about 1.3 tons. Joyce Tilsley, a professor of Egyptology at the University of Manchester in England, wrote in her book, Tutankhamun, The Search for the Egyptian King, Basic Books, 2012. The large size of the coffins combined with the relatively small size of Tutankhamun's tomb made him very difficult to open, Tilsley noted. All 3 coffins show Tutankhamun with a long beard and holding a crook. The Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities noted that the coffin's exterior was made of gilded wood and had blue and red glass on its crooks and shards. The second coffin was also made of gilded wood and was found with several plants, including dying lotus flowers, on it, Tilsley said. The Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities noted that the third and innermost coffin was made of solid gold and was found wrapped in linen. Tutankhamun was laid to rest inside this innermost coffin, with his death mask and other items on him. Artifact 7. King Tut's throne. King Tut's throne. King Tutankhamun's throne was made mainly of wood and covered with gold and silver, semi-precious stones, enamel and colored glass. It shows the Aten sun disk shining down on Tut and his queen Ankhesenamun. Eaton Krause said 2 thrones were found in Tutankhamun's tomb. One was made of ebony, and because it resembled a bishop's chair, Carter called it an ecclesiastical throne, although there is no evidence that it had a special religious purpose. The other throne, sometimes called the throne, features a depiction of Tutankhamun and his wife, Ankhesenamun, Tilsley notes in his book. In his notes, Carter wrote that Ankhesenamun appeared to be applying ointment or perfume to Tutankhamun. This throne is about 1 meter high and covered with linen. It was a wooden chair with a solid, slightly sloping back, Tilsley writes, with arms, side panels and 4 legs carved to resemble a lion's paws. The chair is covered in gold and silver leaf and inlaid with colorful stones, glass and glazed ceramics. Like most ancient Egyptians, chairs were a luxury item, representing not only wealth but also power, Tilsley writes. Artifact 7. King Tut's throne. King Tut's throne. King Tutankhamun's throne was made mainly of wood and covered with gold and silver, semi-precious stones, enamel and colored glass. It shows the Aten sun disk shining down on Tut and his queen Ankhesenamun. Eaton Krause said 2 thrones were found in Tutankhamun's tomb. One was made of ebony, and because it resembled a bishop's chair, Carter called it an ecclesiastical throne, although there is no evidence that it had a special religious purpose. The other throne, sometimes called the throne, features a depiction of Tutankhamun and his wife, Ankhesenamun, Tilsley notes in his book. In his notes, Carter wrote that Ankhesenamun appeared to be applying ointment or perfume to Tutankhamun. This throne is about 1 meter high and covered with linen. It was a wooden chair with a solid, slightly sloping back, Tilsley writes, with arms, side panels and 4 legs carved to resemble a lion's paws. The chair is covered in gold and silver leaf and inlaid with colorful stones, glass and glazed ceramics. Like most ancient Egyptians, chairs were a luxury item, representing not only wealth but also power, Tilsley writes. 9th artifact. Trumpet. 2 trumpets, one made of silver and the other of gilded bronze, were found in Tutankhamun's tomb and are among the oldest labros ones in existence, according to the book, The Science of Use. Brass instrument. It is unclear whether it could have been played during Tutankhamun's time, the researchers noted. 10th artifact. Statue of a dog-headed god. A statue of Anubis, an ancient Egyptian god with a jackal's head associated with mummification, was found in Tutankhamun's tomb. It is made of wood and gold. King Tutankhamun's golden mask is perhaps the most famous and most widely recognized archaeological treasure ever. When the mummy was carefully removed, it was discovered that inside there were 143 items include amulets, bracelets, necklaces and many other precious works. This is the end of the video. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel and share with everyone. Hello and see you in the next videos. I am 5-minute discovery.